Sian, Neelam, Helen, Falin, Hudhud, and Gaja. No, these are not names of actors or best-selling novels or even of sci-fi films. Rather, these are the names of some of the most deadliest cyclones that have hit the Indian coast over the last decade and have wreaked havoc in lives of scores of villagers and farmers. We have watched caped crusaders and superheroes on the silver screen, saving the world from disaster and destruction. But in the real world, do superheroes really exist? Let's find out. Today, we're shining the torch on one such superhero who has risen to the occasion and worked tirelessly, providing relief from disaster, rejuvenating the lives of hundreds of many farmers. I'm absolutely thrilled and delighted to introduce in the true sense, the Bahubali, in every sense of the word, Mr. Nimal Raghavan. Welcome,
Hello.
Nimal, to the 10th episode of
Hi.
Nature's Orbit TorchLight Series.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for making me in. It's my pleasure, actually. Thank you so much for all
Absolutely,
your work.
absolutely. Thank you so much. It's our honor to have you here today. And a little bit about Nimal. After the cyclone Gaja hit Tamil Nadu's coastal regions in 2018, leaving a trail of destruction, the form of collapsed homes, uprooted trees, contaminated water sources, and ravaged infrastructure, Nimal didn't think for a moment before quitting his job in the UAE and headed home to do something about it. He, with his team, started the relief work from his hometown, Peruvareni, in Tanjavur district, and today has spread relief activities across Tanjavur, Tiruvarur, Nagapattinam, Padukottai, and Shivagagai districts, planting 1,05,000 saplings and restoring 105 water bodies. So, Nimal, really, it is our pleasure to have you here in this episode of Nature's Orbit Torchlight Series. And I want to start off by asking you, can you share about your journey, how it started, what are the roadblocks you faced, and what it is like today?
Basically, I'm from Tamil Nadu. So my name is Nimal Raghavan, and I belong to a agriculture family. I did engineering, and I was working in Dubai since 2014. So for vacation, I came to India during October 2018. So that time, everything was good. So good. And my place, it is called as rice bowl of Tamil Nadu. So where people used to do agriculture like thrice in a year or something like that. So everything was good there. So we never faced any natural calamities or any absence or any problems all these years. So suddenly there was a update like by November 15th, a cyclone named Gaja is going to destruct this place like anything. So that time everyone believed that it's a rumor, like because each and every year we used to get some updates about some cyclones name something like that. So no one believed actually. Even my friends who are with me, if I tell them like this cyclone is going to affect us, they won't trust me. And they'll say like don't prank and all like that. So, but deep inside me, I have a gut feeling like something bad is going to happen. You know, right? Some bad instinct and bad waves. Like that. So I was feeling that. So also my friends from outside the country, who is from this place, they also warned me like, Nimal, we are getting news from everywhere like this cyclone is going to affect us badly. So please take care like that. They said. So I myself started everything like from a basic disaster management team to arranging things before on the cyclone night actually. So first I made my people who are staying in near the rivers or lakes. I made them to get inside a big houses in my town, in my village actually. So everyone scolded me actually. Why you are doing like this? Why you are overreacting? Something like that. So I don't have anything to say to them also. I just tell them just stay calm and wait here. Let's wait till tomorrow, like this I said. And around 12:30 in the midnight, at first mild air started, and then like the speed of the air increased just like that. Also, it rained like anything. So then no one knows what happened actually, because that's a once in a lifetime experience, I think. So for around 5 to 6 hours, we don't know what happened. Our houses are full of water. Our houses, the trees which are standing nearby fell down on the houses actually. By morning 6:30, the rain stopped, and also the power of wind also stopped. So we opened the doors of the houses and we came out actually. And what I saw is like a disaster, because my area is full of coconut trees. Almost 80 percentage of the vegetation and farming here is coconuts actually. And one more thing, my area, Pera Urani, stands top in the coconut like productivity actually in the whole country. So what I found is almost 90 percentage of trees were fell down. Not not even a single tree which gives good yield is standing. Everything fell down. So I was like, what happened like this? I was in a shock, and then I started to visit other places, neighbor places, and also to my relatives' places. So after visiting all those places, what I found is, so this cyclone affected everyone like anything. So then I was in touch with people nearby, the next district people. I called them and asked. Everyone said the same, like that's it. Everything is gone like this. Then I finally got to know from there are 4 Kaveri Delta districts. It got devastated totally. So then we started working on relief works. At first, we started with my village, like right from clearing the roads, because everywhere trees will be there. Trees fell down. So first we started clearing the routes actually, roads, and then we started giving some relief material, something like that. And then we started giving electricity, getting electricity back actually, by because even the electricity lamps posts were fell down. So we were doing that also. And then water scarcity was there, and drinking water scarcity. So we all started giving drinking water facilities, foods, everything. Also, some government schools and many cattle were died actually. We were doing that burial also. So at least 3 months went just like this actually. So then we realized, like, see, so if we started doing relief works, we have to do all the year, it seems, because that much of effect we face actually. So we have to do something big actually to change the effects which happen in the cycle. Why? Because my friends and myself, we were in plans of settling in native after 10 years, like doing organic farming and all. But after this cyclone, everyone had a mindset like this place is gone, there is no hope here, and we cannot able to survive here. So this made me to think actually. Why? Because all these years we survived only because of this agriculture only. Because I belong to agriculture family. So my father got sick actually when I was 1 year old. So his treatment, our education, my sister's marriage, so everything happened. Everything we got money only from the agriculture lands only. So this is the common scenario here actually. Almost 60 to 70% of people's livelihood is like this only. So all these years, this place only given us everything, right? Now this place is in trouble and everyone is in a bad mindset and bad thought process. They were supposed to leave here without working on clearing the situation here. So that made me to think, and I resigned without even thinking. So then from there, I started working on this rehabilitation works also. So from there, it started actually.
Wow, very interesting to know. Thank you for sharing that, Nimal. I can see how what kind of all the phases you had gone through. You explained it very well, uh, and thank you for sharing that with us. Um, and what we also wanted to know is we wanted to know about your group KAIFA, Kadamarai Integrated Farmers Association team with Biotas Foundation and its activities. Can you let us know a little bit about that?
Yeah. See, actually, we were all of youngsters who were working on this relief work that during Gaja cyclone. So that time, what we found is like doing agriculture once in a year is very hard for people here. I told you already, like my place is called Rice Bowl of Tamil Nadu, where people used to do agriculture thrice in a year. But after the this coconut trees, people started thinking like I think that's the fact also, because in an acre of coconut trees, the revenue they are getting when comparing with the revenue in an acre of rice field or sugarcane or dal something is way bigger. Like if I'm getting example, if I'm getting 10,000 in an acre of rice field means I will be getting 50,000 in an acre of coconut trees. So this made people to convert everything into a coconut farm. And you know what? Like for rising a coconut sapling, to get yield from the coconut sapling takes at least 5 years. Now people lost almost 60 to 70 percentage of yield in coconuts. Now again they have to survey, but 5 years it's impossible for them to survey because it takes 5 years to get yield from coconut, right?
Yes.
So again, these people has to do rice cultivation, sugarcane cultivation, dals, groundnuts, everything about. For that, the main issue here was water scarcity. The groundwater level was very low, and also the bore wells there which they were using getting failed often. So this made us to think actually. Then we started analyzing everything, and we found out that we used to waste Kaveri water like anything because Kaveri is the source of river water for us. We used to get from Karnataka, and then from Metu we used to get via GA Canal, Grand Anaicut Canal. So every year, you know about the politics for water here. So this government fights with the government, and that government fights with this government. Also, the farmers will be having some problems during the season. So every year, people from Tamil Nadu will ask the government to release water, and that government will say no, and then finally they will release. Every politics will happen. Uh, this was uh, uh, this was the scenario here, which is being shown in television and newspapers and all. But what's actually happening there is every year Kaveri water comes, and we are simply sending it to the ocean actually. We got to find out that actually around 100 plus TMC of water every year we used to waste. See, let me tell you what is TMC. For a city like Bangalore or Chennai, the annual consumption of water is 5 to 7 TMC. Then imagine how big is 100 TMC of water. So this was like uh, this is the actual stuff which is supposed to be shown in television and newspaper, but no one is talking about this. Then we found out what is the reason for this is not for each and every uh, water body or a lake is having a connection with the source water channel. This source water channel is either encroached or it is dumped with waste or something like that. Also, the water bodies, they are not desilted properly. You know about desilting, right? The sand has to be removed in a regular interval. So the lake will have some depth to store water. Here, the lakes are of this level. Even the land, road, lake, each and everything are at same level. So then where will water will get saved? So what happens is water will come in the river and it will go directly to the ocean. See, we have to send water to the ocean, but there should be a limitation. So then we started working on we started working on forming a association. So which was on the name called KAIFA. KAIFA means Kadaimade Area Integrated Farmers Association.
Yes.
We belong to Kadaimade of Kaveri. Kadaimade means tailender actually. Where Kaveri ends, our place only where Kaveri ends. So then I told you that we found that each and every water body needs to be restored here. So then we started working on conservation of water bodies. From there, the journey on water bodies started actually. So the first project we took was Pera Urani Periyakulam. Periyakulam means big lake actually. Pera Urani name itself comes from Pera Urani. Pera means big, Urani means a place where water gets saved. So we took the project. The project was about 564 acres. As of my knowledge, that this was the biggest lake that was restored by volunteers, I think. So we started working on that water body. Almost 107 days we worked there. So after working 107 days, we almost completed visiting the lake for about 70%. On the 60th day, we started getting water from Kaveri actually. So it took at least 2.5 months to get filled actually. And after 6 months, we got a feedback from PWD department like the water level there was increased from 300 feet to 60 feet. So this made me to think because this was a problem for the past 25 to 30 years. So 6 months of works put an end to this 30 years of issue actually.
Wow.
Like, you know what? Imagine the difference between 300 feet to 60 feet.
Yes.
So this made us to think like, see, our 6 months of work will do this much impact. Then why can't we proceed all this in other places wherever it is possible? So from there the journey started, and then we started working on the next district, Pudukkottai, and then Thiruvarur, Nagapattinam, and Sivagangai in Kaveri area. And now we are working on this Tamirabarani area. Tamirabarani is river which gets started and ends inside Tamil Nadu. It's in Tirunelveli, Thoothukudi, Nagarkoil, uh, uh, Virudhunagar area. So we started working on the water bodies there also. So from here in the Kadaimade area, I am working along with the team called KAIFA. And in Tamirabarani area and rest of other places, I am working with the team called Biota Soil.
Okay. So it's as per the area basically.
Yeah.
Superb. Yeah, very interesting to know that. Thank you for explaining this vividly to us and telling us how this emerged and how the activities have emerged. And I also wanted to ask you, how are you using social media platforms to leverage your cause and spread awareness?
See, I'm telling you one thing. Without social media, it won't be possible because each and everything started from social media only. Right from the Gaja cyclone, disaster management team to the relief force and all. I started using my Facebook with the hashtag. Actually, I created on a hashtag called Bounce Back Delta because Delta is our region, Kaveri Delta, where it belongs. Bounce back means bouncing back from the effects of the cyclone. So even now I'm using the hashtag only, bounce back Delta. So first we started this relief works and then the rehabilitation works and all. And then this lake restoration process, each and everything we used to post on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and everything. From there, only people get to know like these stuffs are happening here. That actually that's not only for making people to understand what's happening, but also to make them to understand the impact that the work's doing here actually. So they may get an idea like, why can't we do the same here? Actually, that work actually from that one from social media only, people got to know our works, and then they asked us like, come on, we need a support here also, let's do here also, like this. So everything is happening only because of social media only.
Yes, I mean, to leverage the use of social media to the maximum extent, that is very important, and I follow you quite a bit, and I can see that the number of posts that you put, and it's all purely the work that you do, and that really is very inspiring. And that's required now in today's age because nobody is watching much of TV. It is more of social media.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's very important, a very important message. So very interesting to know. And can you tell us a little bit about how you raise funds, your initiatives in raising funds and drive CSR?
See, at first, we started with our very own fund only. The first project I'm telling and the project costs around 27 lakhs in total. You know what? While starting the work on day one, we were having only 20,000 rupees in hand. So we trusted our instincts, like we are going to do something good for the society. It will work out, and we will get helps. We know this will happen, but we don't have any rules or ideas that time. But everything happened like this only. Like no pause after starting the project. Actually, this first day itself, a group of youngsters from a village said, "We will sponsor for a day." And the next day, another guy came and he said, like, "I'm going to get married next month, so I'm sponsoring for a day." And then everything started. And then a kid of 9 years old, he gave his hundial savings of 6 months. And the old lady, she's around 70, she gave her 100 days of savings. And then people collected funds home, like how, because in Tamil Nadu there is a custom. If a temple is there, the people who are living around the temple, they used to collect money from each and every home, and then they will do all the temple stuffs like pujas, function and all with that money. Like that, they collected money and they gave it to us to work for this lake actually. So from there it started, and then people living nearby, and the people who are working along with that lake, and there are many known faces, unknown faces who got to know this work through social media. They started helping us, and then we got help with uh, one platform called I don't know whether I can use the name here. If you let me know, I can use the name.
You can.
Yeah. So and then we got help from Milap actually. So Milap took one video of mine and they released. That video went viral like anything, and they they collected that time. They collected around 17 lakhs that time. So what we did is, we at first we don't have money to do our lake also, but after that Milap video and all, we got funds to help others also, like to other lakes also we gave money. So from there we started, and in Milap we raised some funds after that, and we bought one excavator. So that's the first step that happened, and then there is a um, dairy company, paneer company in Tamil Nadu. It's called Milky Mist. That owner, Mr. Satish Kumar, he called me just like then, and he said, "Nimal, I got to know you from this article. I want to support your project. What do you want actually?" Yes. That time we were not having any other excavators or something like. So I told him, "Sir, like we are spending huge amount on this excavators. So if we get help from for this excavator means it will be a huge help for us." Like this, I said. So what I thought is like he will sponsor for 10 days or 20 days or 30 days. I thought. And he asked me what kind of vehicles are required. I gave him some specifications. And few days later, he called again and Nimal, I booked one vehicle for you, and it will reach you at any time. He said that vehicle's cost is 47 lakhs actually.
Okay.
So I was like, what's really happening here, because for each each even a single rupee we used to go knock the doors like anything. Suddenly a man from like coming from nowhere, and he is telling that I'm selling vehicle for you. So from there our work started in like just like that. So we uh, we are getting helps like anything, and with that vehicle alone we restored around 70 water bodies in that vehicle alone. So then many companies started approaching us via Biotis Oil organization. So with that Biotis Oil, we are getting CSS for sequestration, and we are doing that also.
That's superb. I mean, that's so really what I can see is like a community. It started from a community, coming together,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then people started recognizing, and now more and more
Yeah,
people. When you do good work, it doesn't go
exactly.
unrecognized.
Same. Yeah, we don't want to. I'm telling you, right? In my journey, there is not even a single hold or pause. Even during lockdown and curfew, our operators were working. Our excavators were working. In lockdown only, we worked very fastly actually, because first lockdown happened during March 23rd, 2020, right? So March to July will be the peak time for water bodies restoration actually here.
Yes,
So that time we work like anything. Almost 20-25 water bodies we restored that time itself. Even
exactly.
in 2021 also. During that lockdown time we work.
Because nature will also protect you from when you're doing good work for nature, right? Mother Nature is
True,
there to protect you.
true,
So nothing
true.
can touch you, not even COVID or Corona or first
Exactly.
wave, second wave.
Everyone are telling the same only. How come you guys are surviving? Because you used to roam like anything. Because in addition to this work, we used to uh, like we used to work for people also like in relief works, and during COVID also. So everyone is wondering how come you didn't get COVID like this only. But we know, right? We, like something is good is happening, and we are getting safeguarded by all these steps. So
Yeah, and you are protecting the creation, right? So creation will
yeah,
protect you. Simple.
yeah,
And I think this is a very good message for the youth. People who are aspiring to
yeah.
do this
Seriously,
kind of
that's
thing.
what I'm telling. Even I'm wondering how come I surveyed, because I used to go to visit the patients. I used to go to give them oxygen concentrators, oxygen, and other basic needs. Right? But uh, not even once I even got that symptoms actually.
Wow, that's great. Superb. Very nice to know that. And also, we wanted to know, we're eager to know about your recent campaign in Himalayas, the current work you're doing in Sri Lanka, and really the work that you're doing with the Honorable Indian Army in UP. That's very proud to know. Can you share about that as well?
Yeah, actually, in Himalayas, you know about the circumstances there, right? It's it's the beautiful places in our earth, actually. But after this, even I am a traveler. We people are traveling there, and we are polluting the place like anything, like throwing right from plastics to contaminating the water there, each and everything we are doing there. We are harming the nature. So we started working on Himalayas also, uh, uh, like this, bio toilets.
Yes.
So we started constructing bio toilets there, and then we started collecting waste. And there are some hiking companies, trekking companies, right? We educated them like how to collect waste after each and every trek, and how to use single-use plastics, avoid single-use plastics, and how to deal with plastics. Also, how to use water, treat water, each and everything we used to tell them, and they are following it actually.
Oh, okay.
And now good signs are happening there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what we are doing with Himalayas. And then in Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka is an island, right? Also,
Yes.
there are many water bodies, chain of water bodies there. But for the past 20, 30 years, situation is not good. You know about the circumstances there, right? So what happened is that there were no maintenance of those water bodies, and some water bodies were found missing actually. Because of this, seawater included. So even if you found water at a height of 10 to 15 feet, the water will get during summer season. You will get only salt water only because of the seawater inclusion. So we have to work on sending the seawater again to the sea. So we have to restore the water bodies again, and then again we have to fill them with water. Only if we do that, things will happening. Sorry, seawater inclusion will be over. So we are going to work on water bodies from April. Hopefully, once the lake gets dry, we'll start working on it. So last January, I visited Sri Lanka. We inspected around 17 water bodies, and we are collecting some data, and we are going to start working on the restoration process from April. And then again with the Indian Army, uh, that was the best thing happened last year actually, 2021. I was about to leave to Himalayas, and I got a call from Lieutenant Colonel from Indian Army, like Nimal, we are following for a very long time, and we are doing some lake restoration projects and also some Ganges restoration here. So we need your we want you to be here, and we need your day and something like that. They said, and then I visited the place, and I said what has to be done, and everything they started working on it, and now restoration is happening there. One at Prayagraj,
Oh,
Allahabad. And again, another thing is we are going to work on Ganges restoration in UP and in Kolkata.
wow, superb, superb to know that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nimal. I'm getting goosebumps when you're listening to this, when you're telling me. It's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So what an honor. And when it comes to the UN Sustainable Development Goals, which one of them are you aligned with? Like,
See, basically, I'm working with this water body management. So apart from this water body management, I'm working on this climate action also. So like right from solid waste management to planting trees to avoiding land pollution and all, we are working actually. So in that alone, we have planted around. You said 1.5 lakhs trees, right? That's not correct. Actually, we have planted around 10.5 lakhs trees total so far. So along this, with the Bioto Soil Foundation, we have made around 400 Miyawaki forests all over the country. So you know about Miyawaki, I think. So other than this, we are working on this poverty, no poverty also. Not we are working on no hunger also. So whatever possible ways are there to work on the betterment of humanity and the betterment of nature and all, we are working. So
sure, sure.
it's not just UN goals. It should be each and everyone's goal actually.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And one thing we wanted to ask is what is the message you want to convey to the youth and people of our country to empower them to take action? And what are the fatal consequences if they don't take action?
See, when talking about this climate action, uh, what, uh, what scientists were predicted things that are going to happen by 2050 is supposed to happen by 2030 itself. That much of sudden changes are happening. That's
Yes.
like that. Before, our grandfathers and grandmothers used to say, before 50 years, this place will be like how like this. They used to tell stories. Now we can start from 2 years itself. Before 2 years, this place will be like anything. how, like this we can say, because things are happening just like this.
Yes.
Uh,
Very nice.
and the two, this war circumstances it's happening right all over the world, in many parts of the world. This will create a huge impact on climate. So uh, we have to work on this from today itself. We have to start from today itself. And first we should stop complaining, and we should uh, like this government is not good, that government is not good, he is not doing good, he is not doing good. Stop talking about this and stop doing like this. First thing, what you are doing, because it's not the government, it's not alone the government's responsibility, it's not just the so-called parties or some organization's responsibility. It's each and everyone's responsibility to take care of our mother Earth. So right from brushing our teeth, we have to start each and everything. Right from the early morning when we wake up, we have to start. So because it's everyone's mistake. We were, because of everyone's mistake, we are in this worst situation.
Yes.
It's not just my mistake or your mistake. It's everyone's mistake. So collective action should be taken. Without collective action, we can't stop this stuff somehow. So as according to my knowledge, people who are working on borders also they are not only soldiers. People who are working inside the country for the betterment of people and betterment of environment, they are also soldiers actually. So each and everyone should be a soldier. That's what I feel.
Exactly. What you said was perfect, like collective effort, because alone we can make a difference. Together
Exactly.
only we can create an impact when we
Yeah.
come together as a community.
Yeah.
And we should stop complaining. That's the biggest thing. In
Yeah,
action,
that's right.
no
Because
complaining.
whomsoever comes to, I'm not talking politics here, but let's talk about global stuff. Whomsoever comes to power, our life will be like this only.
Yes.
Be it X party or be it Y party, they will do whatever they can. But it's us who is going to uh, face each and everything. So we have to correct ourselves. We have to because from our mistakes only everything happened. We have to correct our mistake. The two, if not, if we don't take sudden action now, trust me, our future generation is really very very hard to serve.
Yes.
Seriously.
Surely. Thank you for telling the youth that. I'm sure whoever is listening to this now, who would listen to this, would definitely get empowered by what you said. What is your vision for the future?
It's not just for the. It's not vision. Uh, like in my, if I'm talking about my place, if someone says we are going we are getting water for 100 rupees, means they will laugh actually before 10 years. But now even for household purposes, the people are getting water, paying for water. So and the two, this happened in a span of 5 to 10 years actually. So last year in Chennai, people used to get a truck of water for 3,000 rupees, which costs, in that money we can buy a gram of gold. So there was a meme also that time. People are spending a gram of gold for 1 week water like this. So this may sound funny, but this is a serious fact actually.
Yes.
So who will know, in the next 10 years, in the next 2 years or 3 years, we may need to buy oxygen also. So in that situation only we are living. In Delhi, I saw some in places like air purification filter, something like that. I saw big towers also.
Yes.
So what's the most painful thing to me is paying for water. Actually, that has to be stopped.
Yes.
I'm not talking about the bottle water and all. That we may need that sometime. But even for household purposes, people are getting people are paying for water actually. That need to be stopped. From there, it has to be uh, we have to work actually, right from water and then power consumption and everything. So each and everything decides another thing actually. Like Newton Sterla, each and every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Like this, see, uh, right from power consumption to like taking care of our resources, each and everything should be monitored and controlled. So that it's not just mission; it's a daily responsibility actually. Each and every day should be handled and treated carefully. So that's what, even if we don't do miracles here, at least don't do harmful uh,
Exactly.
harm to the environment. That's it.
Wow, Nimal, thank you for sharing that. It is very empowering and inspiring. And I wanted to ask you one last thing uh, before we go. Uh, can you share about the story of your peacock friend?
Okay. Actually, last year during lockdown, I got a call from my neighbor village people. Like, there is a peacock here. Almost 3, 4 dogs hurted the peacock badly. Come soon, like this, they said. And I went there. That time itself, I called the forest officials and some doctors also. They also came along with me, and then we went and found that the peacock's health was really, really down. And they said this will not survive. Even if we carry an ambulance, also it will die. So let's wait until once it die, let's bury it here itself. They said. So I said, say, I told them like. Can I take care of this speaker? Can I do first aid for this? I said, why not? You can do, but we are very sure it will not survive like this. They said. Then my home is around 2 kilometers from the place, so I slowly lifted the peacock and I brought the peacock to my home, and I along with my friends and small kids here, we started uh, treating the peacock with first aid and all. So it worked actually. So the wound started healing gradually, and the peacock used to live with me for around 3 months. It stayed with me at my home. So I used to feed it daily, and I used to give treatment to the peacock for around 45 days. First aid, only first aid. That's it. The two, turmeric and some oil, and another thing is there in Tamil. So that's it. I applied that, and it got cured completely. And after 40-45 days, he started walking gradually. And one fine day, it flied also. So I was like, it was just like a scene happening in the movie. And then I thought, okay, it flies, okay, it will not come back like this. I thought. Then what happened, the next day, it came to my home in the morning. And I used to put rice to it. It ate, and it went. And again, my mom called and said, evening also the peacock came. So from then, even today also the peacock. Every day the peacock used to visit my home
Wow.
in the morning and also in the evening. We used to feed him. So it will stay here for around 30 to 45 minutes a day, and then yeah, he will fly. Even if he come tomorrow, you can watch the peacock. So our friendship continues.
That's very, very sweet uh, what you have shared. And, somehow it is what I can see is it's symbolic of the kind of person you are, the way you're taking care of the, ecosystem. You're taking care of the water bodies, right, with your initiatives. Somewhere the way you took care of the peacock is also symbolic of that. And it's a very warm and touching experience that you shared. I'm sure you know the youth watching this episode, they will also follow your footsteps in every way. I'm 100% sure about that. It's very inspiring. And so, Nimal, we come to the end of our episode. But I would like to really, thank you for, sharing with us about your entire journey and your initiatives, and what you look for and aspire to do in the future as well. It was a complete privilege and honor to have, uh, environment hero, superhero like you. And actually, I would say that it's you're not an Avenger as they show on the movies, that kind of Avenger, but you're the Avenger to save the world, save the planet. So
Not
and
like that.
and no kind of Marvel comic or any Marvel movie can bring out this kind of heroism. I mean, I'm
No, not
not
that
just
way.
saying it. It is.
Actually,
It's
I
actually
just
from our heart.
understood my, yeah, that's what. I just understood my responsibility. Uh, so if everyone understand their own responsibility, the world would be a better place. That's it.
Definitely. Very humbly said, but it's awesome work that you're doing, and we wish you all the best, and we wish that you keep progressing further, and doing more such noble activities forever.
Sure.
And
So,
wish your
thank you
team
so
also
much.
the
Thank you so
very
much
best.
for. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nimal. Take care, and thank you so much for being part of our episode.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Bye bye.